residents look to move into a facility, a continuum of care is really very important because it allows a resident to come in perhaps as they are fully functioning, very high functioning, but as their care needs change as we gracefully age, and our body sometimes isn't quite as graceful, then we start to need a little bit of care. The last thing that they want is to have to be moving around multiple different spots. So here at our villages, they have that ability to move from that independent level to an area where they can receive some assistance straight on through into our long-term care area, which gives them a much higher level of care. So why don't you come with me and we'll walk through and I'll show you the various levels of our facility. The first level in our continuum of care is our full-service retirement. Those residents live on our main floor. They are very independent, and many of them you'll see throughout the day on our main floor in the town hall and town square. They might be in the cafe enjoying a coffee or reading a newspaper. There is always juice and coffee and tea, fruit and pastries available throughout the day for the residents and their guests to enjoy. It's also become quite a nice little meeting spot for residents, sometimes mid-morning or in the afternoon. It becomes quite the hub of the village. Those that come in on the main floor, they're still living a very active life. They're just having it, their lifestyle is a little different because it's here. Their social circle of friends has probably gotten a lot smaller. So here they come in, their meals are provided, their rooms are looked after, the housekeeping is done, and their job here is to just really, really enjoy a very full and wonderful lifestyle. And it's really important that they are able to bring their families in as well, because many of them have had their homes, and of course families would often come to mom or dad's for dinners or special events. And so we have a space in the facility, rooms that they can certainly use. In our library, we've got a beautiful dining room table, so that quite often, say someone wanted to have a birthday or an anniversary, why don't you follow me now and we'll head on upstairs to our second level, our assisted care floor. How are you doing, Anne?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good. Anne is our registered staff down here doing some meds. Hi, Alona. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. I haven't seen you for a little while. The residents that are now living here on our assisted care floor now need a little bit of help, perhaps with their activities of daily living, washing, dressing, transferring, mobility, sometimes perhaps with toileting, so that a staff member will go in and they'll assist them in whatever their needs are at the beginning of their day and as well as they settle at nighttime. A key thing though on our assisted care floor is it is assistance, and we do not do everything for the resident. We still want to encourage those that can do some for themselves to maintain that part of their independence as well. Okay, I'd like to introduce you to some of the members of our team. We have Nija and Subish, and they are our physiotherapist assistants. They're up here on our assisted care floor because they work with the residents as they start to they start their rehab or recovery. Sometimes residents have been in the hospital for a little while and they're a little weaker. So these two gentlemen assist us. This is Pam, and she's been with the village here for, oh gee, a number of years. Pam, how many years has that been? 6 years. She is our lead nurse. We have Heather and we have Lisa, and they're our team leaders, and so it looks like they're probably finishing off their shift or perhaps even getting ready to report off to the oncoming shift. We are now on our supportive care unit, and this is an area in which, as the residents, they may or may not need some assistance with their care, their activities of daily living. However, they do need the support with their cognition, their memory, recueing, reorientating, redirecting. One of the nice benefits of having this as part of our continuum is that as the residents' memories or their cognition starts to falter or fade more for them, they still remain in a very familiar setting. The staff are the same, the philosophy of care, the management, as well as the environment. They may be here on this particular unit, but also many of the activities or programs that they can partake in are also downstairs on our main floor where all of the other amenities are. Now we are in our long-term care unit, heading on over to their main town square. And this is their main front entrance, their little town square. It's all in this particular area, so that when a resident moves into long-term care, just as through the retirement home you had that continuum from the main floor retirement to perhaps the assisted or supportive, the same thing follows even within the long-term care facility, where you might come in at the main level on our age appropriate, but as you again age in place, you may then move on to one of the other home areas within the long-term care. I'd like to introduce Paul Brown. He's our general manager. Hi, Paul. How are you doing?
Hi, Deb. Good. Thanks.
Good. You've been with us for a long time, haven't you, Paul?
Yeah. I've been at Riverside Glen for about 8.5 years now. From the extended family standpoint, for people, for caregivers, to provide care to people, right from an independent level stages right to the end stage of life, if that's the case, is extremely important. And our staff and our volunteers, our support here, really step up to the plate when that happens. And certainly when that happens throughout in a continuum, it's incredibly special. And when residents are here and move through the continuum, but then get discharged to hospital, you know, it's a heartbreaker for staff because they want to continue caring for that person because they built that relationship with them. And so it's nice to be able to do that, you know, right from the beginning to the end of time, if that's the case.